These are 10 new leaked cars we'll be discussing that may be coming to Forza Horizon 5 over the next couple updates. Now, just a few weeks ago, everyone was pretty much so certain that no further updates will be coming to Forza Horizon 5 as well as new cars. But recently, Forza pretty much flipped the script, which was something that I predicted a few weeks ago. Given the fact that PlayStation 5 is releasing, they're looking to amp up the hype around the game for the existing player base and also give the introductory players via PS5 a good foundation for great cars to come to the game that'll definitely keep them excited with the brand new series, at least for those PlayStation players. We saw new cars come to the game. For instance, one of the topics is the Lamborghini Revolto, as well as various new different Nissan cars. So it's pretty much a spark conversation. Will there actually be future updates in the Forza Horizon 5 with brand new cars? It appears very likely. Irrespectively of exactly the specifics of when these updates will come out and when the cars may be added to the game, they're still being leaked by the day. Whether it's cars found in the game files, developer tweets, mentions in threads, or Reddit, there's always still quite a few discussions, and I'll be covering some of the top cars in this list and going through all 10 of them. So let's get started with the first on this list, going to be the Lamborghini Tamario. Now, of course, we have seen the Lamborghini Revolto. This is also a brand new iteration of one of their newest cars coming in 2025/2026. We've seen so many new Lamborghinis added to Forza over the past couple years, and it only makes sense that they're going to pretty much keep going at the same pace, adding quite a lot of them into the game. Forza certainly took the feedback that all the cars were recycled and some updates around 10, 12 series updates ago, and they actually turned it around quite well with a lot of very impressive car picks being added over the past few months, or past 3 to 6 months in particular. Next up, we have the 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E. This car has been leaked in the game files for quite a few months. Now, that's generally the typical procedure. Cars are not usually leaked in the next week they're in the game. They're usually leaked in a form of might be 10 or 12 in one batch per se, and those are scattered into the game, which could take up to 12 months for all of them to come in the game. So don't take these lists as all these cars are going to be in the game next update or in update 47. They usually scattered it as an approach, given the fact that there are so many cars that come into the game, but only so few are actually added in each monthly update. Next up is the 2024 Aston Martin Valor, an insane car, one that we've seen iconically Gordon Ramsay driving around in London. Super expensive Aston Martin. We haven't seen too many Aston Martins recently. Of course, we had seen a couple probably around 6 to 8 months ago, but this one will be a very cool addition to the game, especially given how rare it is and how unique it is in nature. Next up, we got the 2018 Mercedes GLE 63S AMG Coupe, aka the Tonka truck. Now, there aren't too many Mercedes AMG cars we see out of the game. People have been wanting cars to the S63 for quite a while. In fact, there was one of those leaked quite a long time ago that never actually did really come to the game. We do see quite a few in the game, like we have seen the GT Black Series, a little bit of time ago. We have seen the GT3, for instance, the GT4 Coupe added quite a long time ago. But generally, aside from that, there aren't too many new AMGs to really see. Like, when you look at this lineup, and I'm on an account with everything in the game, and you guys can check out my channel for more details, etc. on that. But this is an account with every single car in the game provided instantly. And the fact that there aren't even that many Mercedes cars available goes to show it could be time for some new ones to be added to the game. Next up, we're looking at the 2023 Cadillac Escalade V. This is a crazy car. I know the US fan base in particular would want this car to come to the game as soon as possible. It's been leaked for a couple months now, and I had to figure out to throw it into this video, into the mix. And just quickly, most of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel, so if you want to help us hit 150k and stay up to date with the best Forza glitches, content, news, and more, be sure to tap that button. It really helps out a lot. Next up, we got the Ferrari SF90 XX. Now, we've already got the SF90, of course, been in the game for quite a few years now. The SF90 XX, pretty much a souped-up version, a very ultra Ferrari VIP car. This one will be cool to see because the SF90 is already crazy enough to drive, and the XX would be a great addition. But some of these more hypercars, it would be very feasible that some of them maybe add to the game files and then save Horizon 6, which appears to be releasing within 12 months. We've seen the same thing as a trend in every Forza game. Cars will still be added into the prior or the current Forza game files, and they're not actually added into the game until the next release comes out. We've seen that on various occasions. They get the physics, they get the licensing approved, and they just store them in the vault for the next game to come out. That could be possible with the SF90 XX. Next, we've got the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, in particular the Rolls-Royce Cullinan Black Badge. Now, I'm personally not so hopeful we'll see the Rolls-Royce come to the game. I mean, we've seen Rolls-Royces getting teased in the game files for years now. If you aren't fully familiar with Rolls-Royce's history in Horizon, they're actually in Forza Horizon 3 as well as Tesla, but since then the licensing has been retracted. We pretty much haven't seen any Rolls-Royces at all in Horizon 4 or Horizon 5. Occasionally, we do see information and it appears like it's possible they might be reinitiating this licensing deal, but again, it's not too hopeful. It is something to note. It's still something that we've seen in the game files, at least references to, but will it come to the game? I'm not so sure. But next up, we got the Pagani Utopia. This car is pretty much so certain to come to the game at one stage. This is a part of a big leaky cars that all came at one, including other cars in the Maserati MC20, which is also yet to be added. But out of those, like 10 cars that all leaked to that one stage, around 7 or 8 of them have all been released. So it seems like it's just a matter of time until we see these remaining cars from that iteration of Leak be added into the game. Now, the second last car we'll be discussing is going to be the 2017 Lincoln Continental. This one's a pretty cool car. It's not like the likes of the 2023 Escalade V or the SF90XX, but it's definitely still a cool car, and we also need to still see some more regular cars per se added into the game. And the final on this list is of course going to be the 2004 Chrysler PT Cruiser GT. This one's pretty cool. It's also been leaked in the game files for quite a number of months now, but it seems more likely based off some discussions in the forums as this car actually been added to the game. Some people seem to think this is going to be a coincidental timing based off previous releases, especially with an American muscle update just a few months ago. So this one is pretty interesting. Let me know what your cars you guys want to see added to the game and your probabilities you think of these cars added to the game. Like I said, it's not guaranteed new cars will continually be added to Forza, but it appears very, very likely given the fact that they've now got a huge new player base coming to the game soon. And while you have such a huge player base coming to the game, such a huge sales event with PS5 and pretty much making history for the game, just to leave them hanging with zero new updates or zero new content, it doesn't seem likely, which is exactly why we saw that new Series 46 update announced with all those brand new cars, and I expect it's going to keep on going month by month. So let me know what you guys think, and like and subscribe for more.